what is the right thing to do about this issue, allow me first to address my comments to the following people or sectors. First, to the Solicitor General and the NTC, to be clear, we take no offense with your legal opinion. Pinapahalagaan namin ang opinion nyo, even if it is contrary to the DOJ and both houses of Congress and to legal precedents. What we do object to and take serious offense with is the furtive manner by which you deliberately and maliciously undermine the authority of Congress. March 10 nagsalita na mabibigyan ng provisional authority. It was only on April 30 na sumulat ang Solgen sa NTC. It was only May 3 that he made the threats to NTC public. And when the investigation takes place, we have evidence that there was collusions with some private individuals to stir up, the basis for all of this. But the point is, Mr. Speaker, we can only act based on the best information we have. And when you come to Congress, especially if you are part of the government, we expect you to tell us the truth. And if you make a mistake or change your mind, we expect you to tell us right away so that we can remedy the situation. The NTC gave its testimony and commitment on March 10. If you had any objections, Mr. Solicitor General, why did you not communicate with Congress? Why choose to remain silent for close to 2 months and on the eve of the opening of Congress, come out with your threats to the NTC? As a fellow lawyer and government worker, we should be working together and not trying to bring each other down. The media establishment, let me address this to you. Mga kapatid po natin sa media, I respect that you have a stand in calling for a hearing. Katulad po ng statement ng Senate media na mga kaibigan natin. I respect that you are calling us out for our failure to do this sooner. I even respect that some of you put the blame on me, on Alan Peter Cayetano personally. But when you blindly call for the approval of the franchise, without having heard all the sides of the story, then you show yourselves not as advocates of fair and balanced presentation of the facts, as is taught in all the schools that teach journalism, as journalists are sworn to. But you simply become plain and simple propagandists. Kung hiningi niyo po sa amin na mag-hearing at mag-action kaagad, nire-respeto namin yon. Pero hingin niyo sa amin, ipasa na lang namin, pikit mata. Kayo ba, papayag kayong may isulat kayo o may broadcast kayo na hindi kayo nagfa-fact check, kung ano na lang sabihin namin, yun na lang ilalabas nyo? Diba? Hindi journalism yan. So hindi po magiging tama ang desisyon ng Congress kung we will act speedily for the sake of acting speedily. And I cannot respect that. Do not weaponize this issue for your own personal agenda. This is a disservice to the very public in whose name you claim to stand for. Again po, hindi ko po sinasabing lahat, may iilan lang. There are bad apples everywhere. No? Wala naman pong isang barrel na 100% unless you pick the apples one by one. So whether you talk about politicians, whether you talk about members of the police, whether you talk about sa media, meron po talagang may personal agenda. Pero it's our lookout na huwag magpadala sa kanila. Kasi alam naman natin kung anong tama. Some may say that they are in the service of the Filipino people. Pero sa gitna ng sakuna, gusto nyo, kayo ang unahin namin kaso sa kababayan natin. Kayo nga isang dahilan kung bakit may mga issue ang network na ito eh. Sa mata ng marami, klarong bias at pakikialam sa eleksyon na bawal sa atin batas ang ginawa ninyo at ginamit niyo yung network na ito. 2004, 2010, 2016, 2019. Tapos tatakpan nyo yan by saying it is against press freedom. Hindi po natin nilalahat ang mga journalist, ngunit tulad din ng pagpapakita ninyo na ang lahat ng politiko ay korap, na lahat ng pulis ay abusado, damay-damay na ang buong institusyon sa maling gawain ng ito. So again, this may be a few bad eggs, but bakit po walang naging problema sa pagpasa ng franchise ng Channel 5? Bakit po walang naging problema sa pagpasa ng franchise ng Channel 7? Because wala pong tumayo at nagsabing nag-issues. If you take up, for example, Channel 7, DCBB, no? Now and then, si Igan, very popular broadcaster, criticizes me. But I have full respect for him. That's his opinion. But I never complained to management. Nung dumadaan yung franchise, I did not tell Channel 7 when I was in the Senate, boss, nakikialam kayo sa eleksyon. Why? It was simply his opinion as a journalist. And if it's correct, magbabago ako, and kung mali, di ba? Then I would tell him, I disagree with you. And he'd invite me again to his show. But that was not the case with ABS-CBN. And we deserve a hearing to be able to hear that. Yes, it might be unfair to Carlo Katikbak and Mark Lopez, the new management, because this happened during another era, no? But they're asking for a extension. They want a new franchise that will let them continue their media empire. Thus, accountability. Kung may negosyo po ako, pero yung negosyo ko po na yun may ginawang mali, binili na po ni DS ni Rani Abu ang negosyo na yon. Pag hinabol po ng BIR, hindi lang ako ang hahabulin, siya din. Siya na may-ari nung ano na yun nung negosyo na yon. So it might be unfair kung tinago ko sa iyo yun, Honorable Deputy Speaker Abu. But you still have to face the consequences. So if the government is removing your license, you have to answer, no? And we have to see what are the reforms that you will put in place. Now, if the network is confident that mali, these are false accusations, misunderstandings, these are ramblings by many of our kababayans, then let the people judge habang naghihiring po tayo. To the celebrities of ABS-CBN, yes, marami kayong fans dito sa Congress. But please be reminded that loyalty to the company that has given you a good life is important. But you cannot cry injustice and blame public servants when you lose your paycheck or your show, yet not take notice of the fact, yes, the fact that there are grave issues against your network. These include alleged violations of labor laws, tax laws, and even constitutional law, even election laws. By all means, let your voices of support for your network be heard. By all means, sabihin natin sa kababayan ang mga magandang nagawa ng network. But if you really want to join the public debate, find it in your heart, find it in your indignation to also support due process and fact-finding as the issue is imbued with public interest, not just your interest. I understand it's hard for any employee to speak against the company that it serves. But there are employees who are speaking out against ABS. And this is the only time that they will be listened to. Every time na may 25-year franchise renewal, doon lang pinapakinggan yes, you have the courts, you have the labor arbiters, but how long does that take? And if it shows a pattern, hindi naman magde-decide ang labor arbiter about that di ba? Yung social justice po, kasama po yan sa franchise. Kasi public utilities po ito. Yan ang naging strategy, yan ang desisyon nyo. Maybe you wanted to humble yourself before the law. Maybe gusto nyo magpaawa. Hindi ko alam. But I respect your decision. But kayo sa ilan lang naman, na paulit-ulit play, sinasabi, sabi mo, i-on mo Paano ko i-on kayo nagpatay? Pero ngayon, sa araw na to, para wala na tayong pagtalunan, para matapos na yung usapan, we will begin the process of turning on your transmitter by giving you a franchise until October 31, 2020. And we will not pass the buck. We will have the hearing, tatapusin namin to, at tao ang magja-judge kung dapat kayo bigyan o hindi ng prangkisa. Through this measure that we have filed today, I am now sponsoring, we will provide ABS with a provisional franchise or with a franchise, a full-blooded franchise with limited period until October 31, 2020, within which both the House of Representatives and the Senate will hear the issues being raised for and against the renewal and assess with complete impartiality and fairness whether or not the network shall be granted a franchise for another 25 years. We cannot, in good conscience, sweep the accusation under the rug and proceed as if nothing happened. As we have always promised, these hearings will be fair, impartial, and above all, thorough. Again, mga kababayan, ang issue po ng Kongreso, timing lang po at fairness. Timing po. I was not willing to sacrifice the budget, the relief sa Taal, the relief that was going on sa tinamaan po ng mga lindol sa Mindanao. I was not willing to sacrifice po yung much needed taxes na it ends up we needed it much more than we thought before because of this COVID-19, no? So timing and also fairness, di ba? Hindi naman pwede pong i-grant o wag i-grant nang hindi natin pinapakinggan lahat. Whatever the outcome of these hearings will be, there will be reforms. There must be not just a new, but a better normal. Not only for ABS-CBN, but for the entire media industry. And not only for the media, but for us public servants. Kahit po dito tayo sa Kongreso, there has to be reform.